Russian author Leo Tolstoy wrote the acclaimed novels War and Peace, Anna Karenina, and The Death of Ivan Ilyich, and ranks among the world's top writers. In 1860s, Russian author Leo Tolstoy wrote his first great novel, War and Peace. In 1873, Tolstoy set to work on the second of his best-known novel, Anna Karenina. He continued to write fiction throughout the 1860s and 1890s. One of his most successful later works was The Death of Ivan Ilyich. On September 9, 1828, writer Leo Tolstoy was born at his family's estate, Yasnaya Polyana, in the Tula province of Russia. He was the youngest of four boys. When Tolstoy's mother died in 1830, his father's cousin took over caring for the children. When their father, Count Nikolai Tolstoy, died just 7 years later, their aunt was appointed their legal guardian. When the aunt passed away, Tolstoy and his siblings moved in with a second aunt in Kazan, Russia. Although Tolstoy experienced a lot of loss at an early age, he would later idealize his childhood memories in his writings. Tolstoy received his primary education at home at the hands of French and German tutors. In 1843, he enrolled in an Oriental language program at the University of Kazan. There, Tolstoy failed to excel as a student. His low grades forced him to transfer to an easier law program. Prone to partying in excess, Tolstoy ultimately left the University of Kazan in 1847 without a degree. He returned to his parents' estate where he made a go at becoming a farmer. He attempted to lead the serfs or farm's hands in their work, but he was too often absent on social visits to Tula and Moscow. His stab at becoming the perfect farmer soon proved to be a failure. He did, however, succeed in pouring his energies into keeping a journal, the beginning of a lifelong habit that would inspire much of his fiction. As Tolstoy was farming on the farm, his older brother Nikolai came to visit while on military leave. Nikolai convinced Tolstoy to join the army as a junker south in the Caucasus Mountains, where Nikolai himself was stationed. Following his stint as a junker, Tolstoy transferred to Sevastopol in Ukraine in November 1854, where he fought in the Crimean War through August 1855. War and Peace. Residing at Yasnaya Polyana with his wife and children, Tolstoy spent the better part of the 1860s toiling over his first great novel, War and Peace. A portion of the novel was first published in the Russian Messenger in 1865 under the title of The Year 1805. By 1868, he had released three more chapters, and a year later the novel was complete. Both critics and the public were buzzing about the novel's historical accounts of the Napoleonic Wars combined with his thoughtful development of realistic yet fictional characters. Anna Karenina. Following the success of War and Peace in 1873, Tolstoy set to work on the second of his best-known novels, Anna Karenina. Like War and Peace, Anna Karenina fictionalized some biographical events from Tolstoy's life, as was particularly evident in the romance of the characters Kitty and Levin, whose relationship is said to resemble Tolstoy's courtship with his own wife. The first sentence of Anna Karenina is among the most famous lines of the book. All happy families resemble one another. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. Anna Karenina was published in installments from 1873 to 1877 to critical and public acclaim. The royalties that Tolstoy earned from the novel contributed to his rapidly growing wealth. Death and legacy. Unfortunately, the pilgrimage proved too arduous for the aging novelist. In November 1910, the station master of a train docked in Astapovo, Russia, opened his home to Tolstoy, allowing the ailing writer to rest. Tolstoy died there shortly after on November 20, 1910. He was buried at the family estate, Yasnaya Polyana, in Tula province, where Tolstoy had lost so many loved ones, yet had managed to build such fond and lasting memories of his childhood. Tolstoy was survived by his wife and their four of eight children.